there everyone, Scott and Movie Critic here, back with another video, and today's topic is going to be my top 5 favourite Martin Scorsese films. Now before I start off with my list, I want to say a few things first. First of all, thank you again to everyone that's shown support on my channel. I really do appreciate it. It means a hell of a lot to me. Thank you. And secondly, I would like to give a few shout outs to other amazing YouTubers that are on this platform as well. So, first name up I would like to shout out is Bricky and Pablo from Old AF Reviewers, sorry, or aka known as the Old as Fuck Reviewers. Really great channels, really hilarious. Puts me in a good mood whenever I watch their videos. And they have a lot of passion as well about films, and you can really tell that when they talk about films in their videos. And it's just a really good channel. So I'll leave a link in the description down to this channel. So go and subscribe to them if you haven't already. I would also like to give a shout out to Lauren from Lauren's Collection. Great channel, knows a lot about films, got a fantastic collection of films as well, and she's just a really nice person. So if you haven't already, go and give her a sub. I'll leave a link in the description down below. And the third and final person that I'd like to give a shout out to is Patrick from YOLO MC Pat, who very kindly gave me a shout out last week on one of his videos. And I used to go with college, go to the same college as him when I was younger. So we've been friends for a really long time now, and he's just got a really, really good channel. So shout out to you, Patrick, great channel, and give him a sub if you haven't already. I'll leave a link down below in the description. And without further ado, all that being said, let's get on with the top 5. So coming in at number 5, we have Shutter Island. Great film, really different style to what Martin Scorsese is usually used to as well. This film's more of a psychological horror kind of film, and it has a great performances from Leonardo DiCaprio and Ben Kingsley, and the tone of this movie is really creepy and atmospheric as well, which is really good, from exactly what you want from psychological horror. And the score is good as well, really good score in this movie, and it has an amazing ending, one of my favourite endings of all time. I'm not going to spoil it just in case you haven't seen it, but it is a fantastic ending, and it's one of my favourite Martin Scorsese films, and that is why it is in at my number 5. Coming in at number 4, we have Casino, one of Martin Scorsese's biggest, most iconic movies, one of his mafia classics. And Martin Scorsese is just so good at doing this, isn't he? He's done Goodfellas and other films like that. And the acting for a start in this film's absolutely sensational, from Sharon Stone, Joe Pesci and Robertde'niro. Great cast there, really good. Good soundtrack to this film. Got some famous iconic hits from Fleetwood Mac, for example, Go Your Own Ways on here, and Give Me Shelter from Rolling Stones, I believe, is on here as well, just to name a couple of tunes. And also the narrating from Robertde'niro is on point in this film. He's very good at narrating in his films, and the directing's great. The editing is also really good. And also this film's 3 hours long, but it doesn't feel like 3 hours at all. It feels more like hour and a half or 2 hours. And it is just a fantastic film, and that is why it is in at my number 4. Coming in at number 3, we have Goodfellas, one of these other mafia movies, and I do just slightly prefer this over Casino. The acting again from Robertde'niro and Joe Pesci is fantastic. Also, Ray Liotta is really good in this film as well. Good, decent soundtrack again. Really good directing in this one. Also got some really good violence, and it's very, very devastating deaths in this as well. Don't want to spoil it, but there is some really devastating deaths in this film, and some scenes which you don't expect to happen as well. And it's one of the first films that I think it might have been the first film that I discovered from Martin Scorsese actually, and I was instantly hooked. I had to watch more of these films afterwards because I absolutely loved this movie. And that is why it is in at my number 3. Coming in at number 2 we have The Departed, and great movie, absolutely fantastic. One of my favourite films of all time. I think that technically I would say this is probably Martin Scorsese's best made movie, probably. But there is just one film that I prefer, which we'll talk about in a minute. But reacting again, the cast is just absolutely stacked. So you've got Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon. Jack Nicholson gives one of his best performances ever in a film in this film. And that is saying a lot because he's given some fantastic performances in his career. Also, Ray Winston's good in this. Alec Baldwin, Mark Wahlberg, Martin Sheen. The list is endless of fantastic actors. And the editing and directing again is absolutely flawless in this movie. The action is great. The violence is great. And there's a lot of scenes in this film that you don't expect to happen, and it keeps you on your edge of your seat from start to finish. It is such an intense film. It's really, really good, and it is one of my favourite films of all time for sure. And that is why The Departed is in at my number 2. But coming in at number 1, my favourite Martin Scorsese film, and I just want to say another thing quickly. It was really, really difficult to put these films in order because these films are all amazing. From 3 onwards, I would give all of these films a 10 out of 10. So, but coming in at number 1 has to be The Wolf of Wall Street. Just such an amazing film. One of his most famous and iconic films for good reason. The acting from Leonardo DiCaprio again is amazing in this movie. And Margot Robbie, her first big breakout role. She's incredible in this film. And what I like about this film is the fact that it's just so fast paced. It doesn't stop from start to finish. It keeps you on your edge of your seat. And it's 3 hours long, but it really doesn't feel like it. It honestly feels like an hour and a half by you get to the end of it. And also, this film is just so funny. It is definitely the funniest movie I would say that Martin Scorsese has done. I would also say that this is also the most rewatchable film of his as well, and probably the most entertaining. I've seen this film so many times, and it is due rewatch for me. Definitely an amazing film here. And if you haven't seen it already, go and check it out. You will not be disappointed. And that is why The Wolf of Wall Street is in at my number 1. Anyway, that is it for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. And one more thing before I go. This is just my personal list of my favourite Martin Scorsese films. I'm not saying these are his 5 best movies. This is just my list. And also, I'm going to say there were some other films that unfortunately didn't make the list, which I really wanted to. Like Taxi Driver and Raging Bull were a couple examples that didn't quite make the list, but I really wanted them to. Amazing films again, those 2, but just couldn't quite make the list. Thank you everyone for watching. Leave a like, comment and subscribe. And like the video as well. I would really appreciate all that. Thank you. Take care everyone, and I'll see you all later.